Hello, Pisces. Welcome to your reading. You may have been triggered this weekend, but it's actually a good thing because Venus was squaring Chiron, and on July 30th, Venus will be trine Chiron. So great opportunity for healing and really maybe exploring Venus a little bit more, I'm thinking. Oh, somebody wanted to jump out. Okay. Solitude. So we're going to look at within, without, and advice. What's going on for you. So within Pisces, patience and planning. It's a number 7 card. It's like July. Um, and yeah, Pisces, you just had, yeah, it's going to be about patience, definitely. Both Neptune and Saturn went retrograde within the past week for you. So yeah, there's going to be a lot of that need for patience. So let's take and Saturn likes to plan things. So let's take a look at without. So that was within, and this is without. Disruption. It's like, what is going on? Well, Neptune's at 29 degrees. It's hard to know what's going on. So that's without. And then advice. Ooh, memories of love. This is like 6 of Cups energy, right? It's very supportive energy. It's like that energy of childhood. So we'll see what other cards come out with it under the tarot. So it might be giving a different message with a little bit of tarot added in, but on the underside was solitude. So Pisces, you know, meditation, reading a good book. I love all those things. But we'll see what comes up for you. All right. So within, what do we want for within? 8 of Swords, patience and planning. Again, this I think you're being affected by this Neptune at 29 degrees because it's very foggy. You don't know exactly what the next plan is. I have Pisces as my 10th house. So, it's like, what am I doing for work? How do I need to change things? What is the best move to make? How can I still be myself, right? So that I think is something that, everybody's reviewing right now. And especially Pisces is a very spiritual sign. So putting in a spiritual practice into whatever you're doing. Normally Pisces would have something similar to that, but it's like getting in, make it a ritual type thing where it's like, okay, it's like brushing your teeth. I have my moment of my spiritual practice that calms me, right? So what else is under within? Ace of Pentacles. Starting a new practice, starting something new. It might not be a bad idea to start something new. Because if it's not going to work out, you'll get that energy once the retrogrades are complete. And then when you move forward and change your plans, then you'll find something that works. So making a plan is not a bad idea because just be prepared to change things. The world. Great opportunities out there, very much about divine timing. And there's things that will be ending. Right now, it's really hard with all of the energies out there right now because a lot of things aren't very clear. Everything that is currently in Cancer is trining what's going on in Pisces right now. So Venus will actually trine Neptune in the middle of the month, like the 11th, I think, July 11th. And then the next day will be in opposition to Pluto. So, there's big changes I feel coming in. But the world always signals an ending of something so something else can begin. So you do have this, I really think that's what this is. It's like, okay, patience and planning. Plan for if something happened, if my job changed, what do I have as a side hustle? What do I have that I could do in the meantime until I decided where I was going next? I think that's a good idea. And without is disruption. So let's see, it's a number 16 card, which adds to a 7. The month of July. So funny. Okay. Disruption. King of Swords. To me, that's very much about, okay, what are my assets? Every time I say that, I think of the Princess Bride. What are our assets if we're going to storm the castle? Need to know that. Going to make a good plan. So, what else is without? Queen of Wands. Ability and trust. And I like that it's the king and queen here. They're not divine counterparts, but I feel like they can work well together. So there may be someone that you can work with coming up, because this is someone that is just like, yeah, I believe. And then you have this Four of Pentacles energy, this stuck energy. And I don't think that serves anyone. I think that is something that you can't hang on to the old. It just isn't going to work anymore. You have to have the ability to change. And at this point, let me pull from the bottom of the deck, because I didn't do that with the tarot cards. Worry. What are other people going to say? Sometimes it's nice to have solitude and not have to deal with that, right? What else is on the bottom of the deck? Feeling left out in the cold. So I feel like there's changes through your work, what you're doing. What else? Bottom of the deck. Ace of Cups, then the beginning of something new. So I feel like there's endings, feeling left out in the cold, and then you can step forward into this world energy with this Ace of Cups, something new then starting. Okay, so let's take a look at the advice column here. Emotional support. And then you get divine timing, the wheel. Things are moving in your favor. Might have been for the greatest and highest good. Job changes. I think it looks like that. Okay, what else? Advice. Equal exchanges of energy. Doesn't have to be money. Equal exchange of energy. If you have something that you're very good at doing and someone else needs that, then barter. When you have a particular skill set, right? I have these movie lines running through my head right now. I'm sorry. But it is about being able to have that freedom to exchange that. And it's like, I think that's what's the way things are going to be out there. When you don't know how, it's like, okay, there's inflation, there's all these other things. Well, I know people who have chickens. They have an abundance of eggs. So then what? I know people who have gardens, who have an abundance of things that they're growing. So maybe they need a little help in their garden. Offer. It's better food anyway. Waiting for the ship to come in. This is receiving. Something better is going to come in. Definitely. There's divine timing. There's the world starting. So whatever the changes are for you, and I feel like it's work-related changes, and things will be happening, and things are downsizing, and yeah, I wouldn't be that concerned about that, Pisces, just because I feel like other opportunities will open up, and they feel like they're on, the wheel, the world. It's like a divine stair step, right? Like you picture the Hierophant in that one card where, there's a stairway going up, one step at a time. So let's take a look at the Shaman's Dream Oracle and find out what advice you want to volunteer. There's something in this deck that wants to volunteer. I can feel it. So volunteer then. Volunteer. Volunteer. You shy now. Oh, come on. You can't have three. Sorry. Okay, well, I am going to just lay them out then. Repairing the veil. I'll pick the one I'm going to read. Deep diver, diving into a task. And empty well. Time to replenish. As I'm looking at these, this one. And the reason I am going with this one is because you've had sevens show up in here. And I think that, and this being that this adds to a seven, it's a 16 card. And we're talking about this July reading. I think this is it. Empty well, nothing here, time to replenish, diminishing yourself for another. Here we go. The empty well reveals that there is nothing for you here. The well is dry and the desert is encroaching on your once fertile garden. It is time to face this harsh reality and move on. Give gratitude and thanks for the abundance you have experienced and let spirit guide you to your next destination. This might mean saying goodbye to someone or something, or insisting on changing the rules of the game. Stop diminishing yourself for the sake of another. Making yourself small will not produce the results you want. There is a lack of reciprocity, of give and take. The empty well tells you that it is time to reclaim what is yours and return what does not belong to you. The shadows cast in your direction are not of your making. You do not need to react or respond to them, as they are not real. Simply shine your light upon them and see how it dispels them. These shadows are projections that you are confusing for reality. You may have been offered a shovel to help you dig yourself out of an uncomfortable situation, a bucket to drink from the well, but you cannot dig yourself out of this hole. And remember that there is no water to be found in that well. Receive the empty well as a gift. Do not exert your energy and waste your resources by repairing the walls or mending the rope. Follow the watercourse way, the aquifers that run deep in the earth, and you will be led to a new spring oasis. You can find these underground streams, these rich natural resources, in the subterranean depths of your own heart. So, where you are now is no longer working, and you can step out into the world and know that you've got some very good divine support, it looks like. So take what is yours and leave what isn't. It's time to make a change. So enjoy I can't even talk. Enjoy your week, Pisces. See you soon.